Hey guys, how we doing? So today I'm going to be making one of Tanny's bestest favourites. Now the thing is that Tanny stops at a bakery every day to grab himself a couple of steak bakes or bean bakes or chicken and mushroom bakes or something like that. Problem is that it costs around £6 a day. It's a lot of money, okay, £6 a day, and it does add up to around £36 a week. Now I don't begrudge him that at all, but we have to look at starting to save pennies. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start making them for him, and in today's video we're going to make one of his bestest favourites, which is sausage, bean and cheese bake. So let's see how we go, shall we? What we got here is some leftover baked beans from over the weekend. I'm just gonna give those a bit of a stir. We've probably got enough there for maybe 2 or 3, and that's about half a tin. So what we're going to start off with first is we're going to start off with our sausage meat. Now this sausage meat we bought at Christmas. It's been in our freezer ever since, not been used. So I figured I should probably use it, eh? So, yeah, so you can get sausage meat pretty quick, cheap. You can actually do this with pre-packaged sausages as well. I would, just get the cheap sausages and do it from that. That way, you just take the skins off and then just get the meat out from inside it. But I just I want to try and make these into little squares, right? So see if we can get them to mix up a bit so that we can actually shape them off as squares. Now if you're going to be doing this, you need to be cooking the sausages off first. Now there's 2 reasons for that. One is the amount of fat in it will literally take over the pastry and make it as soggy as all get out, and it'll be absolutely vile and you won't want to eat it, right? Simple. The other thing is that if you don't cook them off first, one, you run the risk of them not being cooked properly in the middle, and number 2 is the beans will take over the flavour of the sausage, and we don't want that, right? So we're going to put our sausage into our fry pan. Now I've got a little square shaped one. The reason I've done a square shaped one, or as reasonably square shaped as I can make it, because you know I'm doing this on the fly, is so that in every bite you get some. Simple. Okay, so we're going to turn our hot plate on. We're not going to put any oil in this because we don't want added oil. The idea is to get the fat out of the sausage. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that on to high. And we've got 2 made there. Get a couple more done while I'm doing this. Okay, we'll see how we go. It's just an idea. I'm doing it on the fly. We'll just see how we go. Right, that's as high as it'll go. Now, next bit we have to do is the cheese. Just going to put those over there for a second. And we're going to get ourselves a little plate so that we can get that on there. Done. Fabulous. Okay, and the next bit we have to do is the pastry. Now I've cheated a bit. And I've bought shop-bought pastry, but it's actually cheaper than the butter to make it right now. The butter at the moment is ridiculous prices, and this costs basically what half a pound of butter would cost. Proper. So yeah, I'm not playing games with supermarkets. I'm just going to get that right now until I can find someone who owns some coos that's willing to give us a 5-gallon bucket of milk or cream so I can make my own. Because unless that happens, this is a cheaper way right now, and homemade pastry is going to have to wait for Christmas. Ugh. Now this is puff pastry. Because puff pastry works better for this. And it's Tanny's preference. Oof. Okay. Only problem is it really doesn't like being rolled out as much as you think it does. And you end up with a big something great wodge of it, which is, I prefer a much thinner pastry to this. But I think we've just about got exactly what we can get out of it. And now that's done, we can flip our little sausages over. Oh, you can just put them on as pieces, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do next is we're going to cut these in 3. I think 3 is a good amount. I'm going to move that out of the way a bit. I can deal with these ones first. One. I'll put 2 on a tray, because you've got to remember that the pastry is going to puff up, right? So you want it to have plenty of room to do that. Just going to pull that apart a bit, because that might be easier than rolling it actually. Just quietly. Okay. Right. So now it's up to you at this point how you put them together, but I would suggest that you can do it one of 2 ways. You can either put this in hot, but it's got to go straight in the oven, right? Or you can cool it right down and make them later. I'm going to be putting them in hot right now because I want them in the oven and I want them out of my way. So, just going to get one of our patties. I'm going to get the big one. Come here, Patty. Move that up that way. Move it up that way. Put that there. There we go. Right. I'm going to get this other one. Put this on here. This one's probably not going to be quite as big, but you know, it's what it is. A couple of loose bits around. I might stack that up with a bit, which is fine. Now we want to get the beanies. You've got to remember that these are a hand, basically what some people call a hand pie. So, you know, if you stack it too much, oh God, I really don't like touching those things. Right. You know, you put too much, it's going to go everywhere. Just going to get that there. Says she, stacking it as high as I possibly can, because you know it's got to be better than the leading brand of bakery, because if it's not he'll go back to the bakery, and that's not okay. Right, so then we're going to pull that over there like that, and we're going to stick these together here like that, and pull that over here like that, and a bit more. Okay. I should have probably got a fork. I might do that actually. It's got to at least pretend like it looks pretty and fancy and like I know what I'm doing, right? Alright. So I just give them a bit of a squishy wish all the way around. Oops. This one could bust open, but it'll be a good one for Tanny to trial. So that's a good thing. Now these are about twice the size as the ones you get in the bakery. I can see that. So we may only need one to go to work with rather than buying 2, which again is a money saver, which is great. And I would say that, yeah, he won't need more than one of those to go to work with. Now I'm going to score the top a bit because we don't want it to explode everywhere. Now if you want to glaze this, you can glaze it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. Right, but they are now going to go in the oven until they're nice and golden brown on top. Okay? Okay kids, watch out, cut things coming through. Coming through. Here we are. There you go. So yeah, there is absolutely no way that Tanny would want more than one of these in his day. And the ones that he's been buying have been half this size. So he'll be more than happy with that. Oh, I can smell it. Now, what I can tell you is this, they smell like beans, sausage and cheese bakes, okay? I'm not going to try it, I'm not going to open them. Tanny will probably have one of these for his tea and the other one will be for his lunch tomorrow. It's still a hell of a lot cheaper than him spending, what we got 6. So he goes to work 6 days a week, 36 quid. £8.65 is a lot cheaper than that. And the boxes were costing us £8, £10. So we're still making a saving there as well. Yes, there's the gas price on top. However, if you're doing your baking once a week, right? So if you're making a main meal once a week, chuck them in at the same time, because, you know, you can cook them all at the same time. If you're going to have your cooker on, have it on for the day and cook as much stuff as you possibly can with it. Coming!